What is up, YouTube, and welcome back to the RiftGuides WildRift video. It's time to send the kitchen ablaze. It's time to burn everything down with Heartsteel Lucian in the mid lane on the Chinese super server. How does that one sound? From my opinion, absolutely terrible, but here we are to be taught the vast differences between their server and our server, well, which most likely comes down to the player base, but yeah. If you want to see these kind of crazy things happening, you should definitely tune into my stream. I do all kinds of shenanigans while flaming the people in game, while flaming myself, and, well, sometimes bicker with chat. You know how it goes. And if you want the cheapest skins, I can't speak. And if you want the cheapest skins, check out my partners in the description below. Anyway. He's playing into the Aurelia champion, so he has to be relatively careful early game. He's trying to just poke with the first ability through these minions, just typical stuff. As a Lucian, you just want to set up a lethal by poking the enemy with permanent first ability spam, without just exposing yourself to too much risk, but he has to be really careful of this Aurelia. One of the biggest problems here that he could face is Aurelia getting a reset on these minions and get on top of the Lucian with a fully stacked passive. Then there's going to be so much pain. Okay, what's kerxx doing? What is happening? He nearly made it out, by the way. If that stun connects, I would have been so insane right by the bike. But yeah, the Lucian lost so much actually, no? It lost so much EXP here for the rotation, even though he got the kill. Aurelia just preparing for level 5, because Lucian doesn't really have anything to defend himself on level 5. So if the Aurelia just stays stable like this up until level 5, the Lucian has big issues. The thing is, Vi will probably be there, so he's most likely going to be safe. Big wave here, double cannon minion. It's so much EXP for the Aurelia. All these cannon minions. I just wonder if I should still put Lucian into the mid lane category. Like, he's not designed to be mid lane anymore, technically speaking. Yeah, it's a time to go home angle for the Lucian. Wait, does the Master E have bone plating? I guess he just wants to go for the 1v1 superstar fight against the Vi. Then bone plating is actually quite helpful. Because Vi's way of playing most likely involves a combo in which you get multiple procs of your bone plating. So that's definitely something that can deny a little bit of damage that you take. For damage, most likely not optimal, but in WildRift it's, you know, the 1-tree resolve tree is kind of unbalanced. So most of the time running this rune page is going to do much more for you than other pages. Because if you look at the Lucian page right now, like, the main page he's running has been nerfed so many times. It's absolutely insane. Like, Brutal has been gutted, like, Alacrity has been, like, remained the same, Coup de Grace has been bad ever since. So realistically speaking, the rune page doesn't really have that many insane runes anymore, and only for, like, specific champions that really benefit from Brutal, like Akshan, Lucian, it still provides good value. I just hope Riot reworks the tree eventually. Because I think right now you're not really incentivized going for it outside of, hey, I want some bloodline, you know? Typical Aurelia trick, she hides behind the wall up there, places down E1, just get a cheeky E2. Big trait here, bone plating being procced, not much happens though. As long as the Aurelia doesn't fully commit with ult, nothing much will happen to the Lucian. The Lucian is also super tanky, so with Heartsteel, I don't think he will ever just die to the Aurelia. Funnily enough though, like, his build should be dealing 0 damage. Like, legit 0. Does he yoink it? I'm so curious to see the... Oh, he nearly yoinked it. He's tickling the Aurelia. Damn, Aurelia, look how much damage the Aurelia does to him though. Oh, you're so dead. Collected. Damn. Huh. It's actually insane when you see the amount of damage you're taking when you have so much extra health already from like the heartsteel components you purchased. And then you just see Hyrelia just casually completely annihilating you. Uh-oh, Vi is in a little bit of trouble. Riven was in trouble, sorry, my bad, wrong champion. But yeah, there's nothing that can be done about this objective up there. They will be trading for the dragon. Hyrelia again looking for an angle. Just decent, like, not even decent damage, like nothing happens. Heartsteel being proc though. 3 stacks for the homies. Michael Jackson hooking the Vi. This will probably not lead to anything. I don't know why Ziggs is rotating here. Like, there's not much to do. I mean, they just cleared the wave. Mid-lane tower is still alive even after the Herald push. Did Pyke just ignite him? He did. Why? Just why? Like, this is just to piss people off. For zero reason. I wonder if he also goes Gargoyle. I mean, I don't think he can, because the enemy will surely go Serpents. Oh, wow, hooked off the Aurelia ult, so he's now in the front line. He's way too tanky. The enemy's using most of their spells onto the Lucian, but he's not taking any damage so far. The Tickle Fiend Lucian has returned. It's so funny to see this stuff in WildRift. It's just too funny to me. Just doesn't make any sense. Okay, we have the plated. Now we are an actual Giga Tank. Like, imagine you have plated Heartsteel. You are Thanos at this stage of the game. And he's even going for Black Cleaver. Did Pyke just flash? Looked like this on the minimap. Or maybe he failed ultimate, could also be the case. He really wants these stacks. Bonk, got it, and he will get another one. Look at the DPS Yi is dishing out though. Look at this Tickle Fiend. Okay, Pyke didn't ult earlier. Oh, another Heartsteel stack. Oh, man. What is this Chinese man cooking up? The For Fun gaming adventure. Could be me on stream. The Manamine adventure streams. El Zigos sharing some XP in the mid lane, not much happening. Pyke hits the hook onto the Lucian, nothing much will be happening. Ziggs gets CC'd by the Aurelia stun, but the all-in happens onto the Lucian, big damage into Lucian's face. But yeah, not much is happening afterwards. The guy is too tanky. Guy is just too tanky. Already has 1,000 health from Heartsteel. Imagine, over 1,000 HP from Heartsteel. Bro is swimming in HP. Oh, did Pyke just fail the ult? He just wanted to go for a combo, I think. Yeah, he can't defend this. That's impossible. Marcy is going to feast on this Lucian. Because the Lucian has so much HP, but no real resistances outside of plated. So the Blade of the Rune King from Master Yi is going to completely cut through this Lucian like butter. Poor guy. Does anyone of the enemy team have anti-shielding already? No. Because if you go for these type of builds, you can also argue that like items such as Starrocks have super high value. The reason for that is the more bonus HP you gain, the bigger the shield will become. Which obviously makes you in the end tankier. If you're too squishy, then like Starrocks doesn't really do too much, specifically into Pyke, because Pyke will probably execute you through the shield because your HP isn't high enough, even when you get that shield. But if you have all these HP items, it makes a big difference. A really big one. And I mean, like, given the fact that he's running Black Cleaver, he's at least assisting his teammates by shredding the enemy's armor. But you see, he's the tickle fiend. But yeah, he can at least do all these dives by himself, or at least be the tank for the team. Oh, this is really bad. 3 people are down here. Pyke is also coming. Pyke doesn't hit the stun. Vi ulting the Pyke. Pyke dies, doesn't get the ability to ult here. The Lucian in the front line gets CC'd by Aurelia's fadeaway stun, but now cinched. The last man standing falls to Ashe and the loveliest of tankiest of Lucians. Damn, look at him. Look at him melting this dragon. One eternity later, he's legit not dealing any damage to that thing. And now Masi is gonna combine smite it. Nice one. Classic. When they could have just pushed mid lane. I love WildRift. I do love WildRift sometimes. My favorite activity is seeing people run it down relentlessly. That is exactly my jam. Oh, Pyke hit the combo here with the ultimate. Oh no, he doesn't even ult anymore. He just went for the stun combo, I think, with Flash, and had ult still available, but he chose not to ult the Ziggs there. Just with the fadeaway Q. Okay, we see Marcy on this side of the map. The Lucian is trying to get away with the crab, but Marcy makes an appearance, smites away the crab, and it is gone. Ult of the Vi comes in, locks on Marcy, and he will not be playing this game. So far, we see that the enemy is getting completely confused by the tankiness of this Lucian. The Lucian is constantly in the very front line of every fight. Wow. Aurelia damage, by the way. The Lucian is constantly at the very front of these fights, utilizing his HP bar as a resource, and baiting in people to just hit him. And by doing so, he allows his team, or gives his team, wiggle room to deal damage themselves. Plus, it's not like he doesn't do any damage at all, like he still has low-key some kind of damage items. He has PTA, he has, or rather Empowerment, he has Brutal, he has Black Cleaver, as well as at least an Executioner's, so and close to Mortal Reminder, I think now. Or at least, maybe he hasn't completed. But it's not like he doesn't have any damage at all. Riven gets the stun off, Master Yi falls, we don't get the dash. Sinch flashing away, does he run Nimbus? Pyke on the hunt here, looking for the Riven. Top right here, if he hits the hook, it's going to be a terror. Ooh, he gets the execute. But yeah, the Pyke just doesn't do damage to the Lucian as of this point. The Lucian is way too tanky HP wise. Pyke doesn't have the damage to just get through his HP bar. But he has more than enough damage to execute the low HP members of the Lucian. A 1000 gold shutdown on the Lucian. Like, his life is worth so much money right now. That is so tough, because if he makes a mistake, not only is he one of the strongest members on the team, he's also giving the enemy so much gold, so it's a double negative. He's getting punished for playing well, even though he's building some real crazy cuisine from the Chinese server, which I haven't seen before, let's just be honest. But here we are, like, WildRift is a wild game. We make everything work. You've seen the streams, you've seen everything. You know how crazy the world in WildRift is. His team is running it down mid lane, Yi chasing down there as well. Quite the interesting pickup with the Trinity Force here. Not going for any on-hit shenanigans right now, like a Blade or something that has super high base damage, given it's dependent on the enemy's current HP plus just the nice on-hit effects. Misfortune getting ran down. If there's anything that AD carries hate to deal with, it's people that are tanky or rather bruiserish, because they always run you down unless you're like a few of these select champions, such as Varus and stuff. I just don't care about your HP bar and tankiness at all. Where's Mr. Cinched? "10 years later again. We will get this, Blue Buff." And we got it. So life is now a lot better. There's also a funny interaction that many of you probably don't know about. It's about Runon's Hurricane on Lucian. It procs your passive. Like, it procs from your passive, so you have double Runon's proc every single time you use your passive. It's a lot of extra damage to all the other people that are around. Pike gets killed with the Riven Execute here. No, she didn't even get an assist, Lamau. Huh. Poor her. It's honestly such a problematic thing sometimes. I think the tooltip of Riven still states that she just has to assist in a kill to get the reset on ult, but she still has to get the kill to get the reset on ult. Doesn't matter if the kill happens with her ult, with an auto attack, with ignite, it just doesn't matter. She just needs to get the kill. And so many fights I see get lost or are lost because Riven doesn't get the reset. So it's really depressing to see when it happens. It's really depressing. But let's be honest, Riven should get nerfed. At least Ambassa is getting her head chopped off next patch. At least I hope so. I don't want to see this champion in jungle no more. Please, I beg, Riot Games. Nothing is worse than chilling in your lane and suddenly you get publicly executed from Narnia distance right under your turret into full combo, can't move for 19 seconds into instant death. Not a good look, not a good look. Let's just be honest. Poor AD carries, man. It's so funny to see when, like, right now the Lucian is just slapping them with his wallet, right? It's not necessarily about like the heart steal, etc., but he just has so much gold and 700 extra HP, like 743 extra HP from just one item. You need to put it into perspective. It's like 743 HP is, I think, 75% of his entire HP pool. So he nearly doubled his health. Like, if you look at all the other items he effectively has doubled his HP bar. Technically speaking, if you wanted to use the term effectively in terms of effective health, then it's even more since he has played with steel caps. And armor and physical, or rather percentage damage reduction, make it even more insane. Because the calculation is, let's say you have 100 armor. Oh, let's look at this fight. Ooh, nice stasis here to avoid the stun. Pike misses the hook, doesn't get the execute here, and we see the Master Yi trying his hardest to get the kill, but he fails. Now misfortune, 1 HP into the Lucian. Who wins? The Lucian wins. Stay mad, bozo. No, Aurelia is on the run here. Does she get enough distance covered? He consumes the fruit. Oh, doesn't hit the dash, unfortunately. So, but yeah, the Aurelia is still running away. Interesting. Probably didn't get a dash reset. Anyway, damage calculation. Let's say the Lucian has 2000 HP and 0 armor. You need 2000 physical damage to kill him. Obviously a little bit more due to health regen or maybe life leech effects, etc. Now let's imagine the Lucian has 100 armor and 2000 HP. 100 armor are 50% damage reduction. Let's say you don't have any armor pen. That's 50% damage he's taking. So you need 50% more damage to kill him. Which means that of 2000 damage, you need 3000 damage of physical kind of nature to kill him. And that's why, like, health in the early game is the most broken stat because people don't have enough damage yet to go through. And then as the game goes on, you want to obviously amplify your HP stat with the resistance stats to have more effective health. Because raw health is only getting you so far. What is Michael Jackson doing that? Why is my Ashe not reacting? The Elder. Stay mad. I'd be mad. I'd be so mad. Oh man, you know, it would be so funny to play in China with like my normal ping. It would be actually funny to just have low queue times. And imagine no map hacking. Oh my lord. What in the Irelia is Irelia doing? What was this North Korean cucumber combo? That could have been my Irelia. And my Aurelia is not a side you want to see. That is a crime. Interesting that Ezreal in this game actually goes for PTA into a Soraka lane, which fundamentally doesn't really make any sense unless he's really trying to get an early kill, which is very unlikely since he has a melee on his side. So, what I did in a coaching, or rather in a VOD review, it's on Patreon. Like, it's in the we're still revising the tiers eventually, but currently I'm just pushing every content I have in terms of VOD review coaching sessions. I just upload them on Patreon as well. And if you just get the Diamond package, which is I think $4.99 or something a month, you get access to all these VOD reviews. And basically, as real empowerment, you want to kill. You want to get significant advantages during the laning phase. You want to just snowball. And if that isn't possible, you actually lose out on damage on your rune, because PTA is a rune simply that is only valuable for like one target. You see the Lucian here, PTA will be very beneficial for him to win lane because it amplifies his damage by so much since he has a double hit mechanic. If, however, he plays, for example, a lane in which he can't play, like he can't really do anything, then PTA will not do anything. On that end, then Conqueror would be better. Like this game, he's playing against an Asol. Bone plating is completely worthless. He should have rather invested into something else, like for example Zombie Ward. That could have granted him another 25 AD for free. Since the bone plating will not do much, since the Aurelion Soul will just easily proc it. Like you see, he gets close to this kind of thing, bone plating would get procced immediately. Asol's damage profile is not bursty, so it also doesn't really help you. Probably only one tick will get denied. Like barely any damage. So it's a really low value rune. You can make the same argument about other champions. Like look here, it's just instantly gone. And then he doesn't have a rune anymore. It's just something that's about min-maxing. And here you see, like PTA is really helpful for these traits, since the true damage amplification, or like rather the bonus damage that comes in with the double hit, is really, really insane. And the Talon tried to fight in a Mumu. Bro, you can't do this anymore. You can't fight tanks with champions that have gotten nerfed. That's not how it works. Because Riot has a very interesting approach when it comes to tanks and assassins. There's a very gross imbalance in jungle clear time, and jungle clear time usually describes your ability to play for scuttles, and here we see like an insane miracle roam here. The enemy bot lane completely clueless as to what is happening. Free pickup on the melee, accelerating the Lucian even more than he already was. Lucian also taking the entire wave here. Corki probably has the ability to go mid if he wants to, or he just walks down here again since the lane is already in a decent state. Talon goes in for a full combo, will kill, unfortunately, the Lucian. Oh, that's kind of sad. So we have Heartsteel. He nearly has double the gold of Aurelion Soul. And the funny thing is, people would be like the bottom is like, Aurelion Soul, how you're losing? You're the one we need to blame because Lucian. Yeah, what's Aurelion Soul supposed to do? Is he supposed to walk into Lucian and get beaten up? Nice combo here. The Talon wasn't aware of the possibility of the angry toilet paper waiting around the corner and just instantly just blasting him into the next season. That guy is not gonna move for days, and he is actually back in base now. It's also so tough for like Talon or like these kind of assassin champions. If they fall behind to a tank, they will most likely never kill them again unless they get fed off sideway farming, which is still one of the most reliable ways to get gold as a jungle in WildRift. You full claim a jungle, and in 99.9% of the games you play, your team will neglect every single bit of sideline farm for no reason. And you just have to take it, and then you just get back into the game. Does he get another Heartsteel stack of the Ezreal? Yeah, he does. Corki? Bot check? Or he even leaves the wave in a good state. He is a true G. Wow. Wow. That is a true teammate here. Even though the Corki realistically doesn't deserve it. Okay, Soraka rushing CDR boots, wants to spam the heals. Again, for your enchanter mains out there, if you rush boots, you normally want to actually play the map. Nice combo here. He just killed him with base damages, by the way. Like, just brutal, just PTA. Plus the base damage of the spells were the reason this Aurelion Soul got to die. But yeah, you see, the Amumu is pushing the the Talon out of the jungle, because the Talon can't really fight against the Mumu. The Talon can only run. So now Talon, by the concept of available plays, is now forced to either try to steal this or go for Dragon. Because, look, we look on the map, there's no camps available on the entire map. So now Mumu can walk to the Dragon and do whatever he wants, and Talon can't really do anything. So the Talon has to give up everything. Like, literally everything. Ah, well. Concept of the available plays, Lucian forgot. Yeah. Concept of available plays. Look at the angry toilet paper. March, March, March. Why is my Coquito running it down? Oh, he hits those. My goat. My goat doesn't miss. Exactly what I want to see. It's so tough though to see the wave clear, it's so bad. Noran Soul gets the kill onto the Amumu. Dragon on 700 HP, 500, 400, 300, 200, 100. Corki claims it. And now Lucian is behind enemy lines. Does he get the kill? Oh, he has to reach. And he gets the cleanse as well. But the question is, if we're honest here, we all have this one question on our minds. Why didn't he just farm the Heartsteel? Because, frankly speaking, hitting 3 people with a Heartsteel proc is close to an actually 500 gold in value, so did he really make a profit here by killing the enemy? I wonder. Black Cleaver completion getting closer and closer as we see. Oh, he doesn't get the... Oh, he now gets his X. Oh, Fiora's one of the worst champions you can actually face building a lot of HP. Because Fiora doesn't really care about your HP since her passive scales with 80, dealing percent max HP as true damage. Ooh. Ulti disconnects? Yeah, but Amumu's already here saving the day. Fiora dies, and now the Aurelian Soul is only trying to run away, but fails doing so. But the Talon appears out of nowhere from stealth, picks up the free kill on the Lucian, and the Aurelian Soul falls to the angry toilet paper. Damn. It's tough times out here, if you ask me. Okay, there's somebody up there. The sweeper trick. Miliardio being spotted on the run here. Ezreal is here as well. We'll jump over the wall relatively quickly, but we get the reset from all our passive procs. Look at the healing and sustain from the Milio. The lack of damage is very much apparent. Look at him, he's just blasting him for 19 days. But hey, he got these Heartsteel procs. Is he alive? Yeah, he is. In case you didn't know, if you have like any movement ability that is a blink, for example, Catherine ult, Ezreal shift, Zoe ult, or generally flash, you can simply jump over Aurelion Soul's ultimate. It will not deal damage to you because it's like, imagine it like a wave, like a Nami wave. If you flash over, it will not hit you. By the way, did you guys see how they updated the Mordekaiser skin on PC? Can you imagine that this skin looks so goddamn ugly for 250 euros, and we have like Fiend Quella Yone, which is expensive as hell, don't get me wrong, but at least it's a skin that is, you know, you get something for paying money and not like a cheap Mordekaiser skin. It's so bad. Heartsteel. It must be so frustrating. It must be because it's so against normal conventions that an AD carry is so tanky. Ah, yeah, well, this is probably the end of your days. You get one Heartsteel proc and then it's over, yeah. Fiora just says no. Boss, did she have? I think she has thingy, Hydra. The, Ravenous. I need to test. Does it proc a Vital in this game? Because Portable does. Lucian's HP bar barely moved, by the way. It's crazy. Oh, Fiora spotted. Autocast ult onto the Lucian. Yeah. My god. It's so funny. You have the Fiora player trying to like do everything, breaking her hands, and then you have Amumu just running in a circle. La 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 la. How's life, bro? Oh, the enemy's griefing so hard with this play. The enemy's gonna get so hardcore wiped here, and then they lose the game because they lose Nasher plus the fight. This is such a humongous swing in gold again. Yeah, this game is absolutely over. They might as well have F. Yeah, it's just the end of the game. Just FF. Oh, there he is. Yikes. Harmonic Echo Soraka. Yummy. Right? Yes. Yeah, but this build is so insane if the enemy doesn't have any anti-shielding and you can just go Gargoyle. I really want to have Cho'Gath in this game. Please, Riot Games. I want the Cho'Gath. Please. And then please give me the Gentleman skin. I'll just waddle around the rift, eat my camps. If my AD carry pisses me off, say sorry right now. On your knees, and then I just walk into his lane and eat his cannon. What is he supposed to do? There's nothing he can do. Oh, Senna Cho'Gath as well. Oh, Fiora wasted riposte, gets instantly comboed, and the Soraka silence beautifully placed down, but the healing isn't enough to save Amumu from his sins. The Tickle Fiend Lucian on duty. Soraka's completely out of mana, she can't really do anything anymore. On next patch, enchanters are going to be so annoying with the infinite mana supply and haste. Yeah, Fiora has Ravenous Hydra as the enchant. But it's so funny, like, how many champions have like a set itemization, and how many champions are like able to go for like niche itemizations. Like, for example, Fiora and Aatrox can go for Eclipse. Jace can also maybe go for Eclipse, but other than these champions, there's barely anyone that can even go for this item unless it's like, it's literally trolling. It's insane in this game. Even with the durability patch. I mean, the durability patch, to be honest, made it possible. This game is a wrap. The only way they lose this now is a Baron or like Elder flip, but Elder isn't up yet. This will be the next dragon. Yeah, this one is done, so friends. No way that this one will be lost. There's no way. Red buff is so overtuned. 32 true damage, by the way. Huh. Oh, Soraka in the backline, getting jumped by the Talon. Talon falls, so as the Corki helps to turn. Aurelion Soul and the Talon dead, flashing onto the Fiora. Fiora gets slowed by red buff. You will not get away. Yeah. And that is the end of the game. Crazy build. Like, honestly, like, what do you think of this? I mean, it's WildRift. If you're honest, like, everything can work. We don't even have to argue about this one, but it looks so insane, though, no? Like... It's just so nonsensical that it works. I mean, objectively speaking, it is bad, but it's WildRift, you know? You play to have fun. And that is the end of this game. And if you want to watch the last game of this video, then check out that channel description below. And if you want to get cheaper skins, don't forget to check out my partners description below. And we'll see each other for more streams, more content very soon. Bye bye, take care, and don't forget to check out our Patreon. VOD reviews on how to improve are available there, like plenty of educational content. And we'll see each other again. Bye bye.